Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas. Think about how luscious Brea's short ribs are. Now imagine them beautifully spiced and served in tacos. Joseph Martinez, the chef de cuisine at Cha Cha's Latin Kitchen in Brea, is here to show us how.
Okay.
So chef, this is really a great dish for home cooks because they can braise off the meat in advance.
Yeah, you can do it a day before, 2 days before, reheat it when people come over for the party.
Nice, I like that. Let's get started.
All right, so first we're gonna start with our salsa.
Okay.
This is gonna give us all our flavor. We start with some tomatoes and some onions. We're gonna take the core out. I have some yellow onions
Right.
that we're gonna chop up.
And are you looking for any charring?
Yes, you wanna get some nice charring on the tomatoes as well as the onions.
Any oil?
No oil, we're gonna throw it in dry. I have some nice guajillos right here. Guajillos are very bright, very vibrant. They kind of have a sweet flavor to it. And then if you want a little spicy, throw in some edibles. We're gonna throw these in the last 2 minutes. So we pop that in there.
So we're gonna brown off those beautiful ribs and they're nice and dry. Do you season them before?
It's always best to season them the night before so they stay dry. Little salt, pepper is all you need. You wanna get the oil smoking and you wanna make sure you get a really nice golden dark brown color on the meat. When you buy this, you're gonna have a cap of fat on top. You wanna clean it off and leave the rest of it intact.
Making just the sound we want.
I love that sound. Bone side up. You want to get a nice crust on it. You're looking for maybe a 1/4 inch up the side of dark brown, and you know it's ready to flip. Put it in the oven about 3 hours before you're ready for everybody to come over. You can see we kind of got it turning brown up on the side,
Right.
and that's when you know it's ready to flip. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side.
Yeah, we're gonna have this beautiful, flavorful braising liquid. And you told me before that once you brown these and make your braising liquid, if you wanted to use a slow cooker, you can just put them in that and let them
Yeah,
cook.
it's super easy. Like when I'm at home with my wife, we'll brown this off, throw it in the crock pot, and leave it there until we come home from work and it's ready to go.
Fantastic. So our veg are out of the oven. They look gorgeous. So into the blender.
Into the blender. And then one of the flavors I like a lot is cinnamon and cloves. A lot of people don't throw them in their salsas, but for me it just adds another layer. Some cumin, some salt, some fresh garlic, and some cilantro. And we're good. That's good. Here we have our short ribs. We get that on high.
And between the stock and the sauce, we want to cover those ribs.
Yeah, you want to completely cover it, and then you're going to put a lid on top so none of that juice gets out. Bring this up to a boil. We're going to put the lid on. We can go straight in the oven. You can put it on low and leave it on the stove, whatever's easier.
The ribs look and smell delicious.
All you have to do is break it up. I mean, you can see how soft it is.
Oh yeah.
We have some of the leftover salsa from our braising liquid. Just kind of mix it around, and then we can start our tacos. When I'm at home, I just use the stove, turn the flame on, and you can throw it right on there real quick. You want to get a nice little char around the tortilla, flip it over, put a good spoonful there.
Wow.
We're gonna lighten it up with some fresh arugula.
Oh, I like that.
We're gonna get some of our goat cheese to add a little bit of tanginess. Some fresh radish on top. Squeeze some lime on top.
My mouth is watering.
Well,
Would it be okay with you if I had a taste?
of course.
It is delicious.
Thank you. And it's easy.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
I'm
Thank you for having
gonna
me.
have a taco party.
Awesome. Invite me.
I will. Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. I love to add a little spark and flavors to melon, a little spicy heat, a little sweetness, and some mint. Start by making a sugar syrup. And I've just brought this mixture of water and sugar to a boil until the sugar dissolved and set it aside to cool. So I'm gonna use a cantaloupe today. I wanna cut off both ends, then just stand it up. I'm going to follow the contour of the melon and take off the peel. And then we wanna cut it in half from top to bottom and scoop out the seeds and the membranes. I'm going to cut this into narrow wedges for the sauce. Sugar syrup, in goes 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice, some chopped fresh mint, some red bell pepper, and then some chopped serrano. Let's give this a stir. I'm going to take about 1/2 cup and just spoon it over the top. I like to let this sit a little while to let those flavors meld. It's delicious as a first course, but it can also be a side dish with any kind of grilled meat or fish or poultry. You can use watermelon, you can use honeydew, whatever looks good. The fruit and vegetable aisles are filled with so much potential. Try something new. Have an adventure.